Hello, I'm Tom Science. Today, we're going to talk about how the Earth was born. I will do that. The early solar system. We begin our story over 4.5 billion years ago, in the early days of the solar system. At this time, the universe was a very different place, with vast clouds of gas and dust slowly beginning to collapse under their own gravity. As these clouds collapsed, they began to spin, forming flattened disks of material that would eventually give rise to entire solar systems. In our own solar system, this process began with a huge cloud of gas and dust, slowly contracting and spinning until it formed a flattened disk of material that would eventually become our Sun and the planets that orbit around it. As the disk spun, small particles of dust began to collide and stick together, forming larger and larger clumps that eventually grew into planetesimals, small, rocky bodies that would go on to form the planets. Over millions of years, these planetesimals continued to collide and merge, forming ever larger bodies that eventually became the building blocks of the planets we know today. But even as the planets were taking shape, the solar system was still a chaotic and violent place, with asteroids and comets bombarding the young planets from all sides. The birth of Earth. As the planetesimals continued to collide and merge, a few larger bodies began to emerge from the chaos, including our own planet Earth. At this time, Earth was still a chaotic, molten world, bombarded by asteroids and comets from all sides. But as these impacts continued, the Earth began to take on a more structured form, with a dense, metallic core forming at its center and a rocky mantle forming around it. One of the key processes that shaped the early Earth was differentiation, in which denser materials sank to the core of the planet while lighter materials rose to the surface. This process was driven by the intense heat and pressure of the young Earth, and resulted in the formation of distinct layers within the planet. Over time, the Earth's surface began to cool and solidify, forming a thin crust that would eventually give rise to continents and oceans. But the Earth was far from stable at this point, as the ongoing process of impacts and collisions continued to reshape the planet's surface and atmosphere. The Age of Life. As the Earth began to cool and stabilize, a new chapter in its history began, the Age of Life. The first evidence of life on Earth dates back over 3 billion years, to a time when the planet was still a hot, hostile place. But even in this early stage, life had already begun to shape the planet, releasing oxygen and other gases into the atmosphere and playing a key role in the cycling of nutrients and other resources. Over time, life on Earth continued to evolve and adapt to new environments, giving rise to a dizzying array of species and ecosystems. From the earliest bacteria to the complex, multicellular organisms we see today, life has been a constant force in shaping the planet we call home. The dynamic Earth. One of the most powerful forces shaping the modern Earth is plate tectonics, the process by which the Earth's crust is divided into a series of plates that move and interact with each other. As these plates move, they can create mountain ranges, cause earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, and even influence global climate patterns. Volcanoes, which are often associated with destructive eruptions, also play an important role in shaping the Earth's surface and atmosphere. Volcanic eruptions release gases and minerals that can affect the chemistry of the atmosphere, and can create new landforms like islands and mountain ranges. Climate change is another major force that is currently shaping the Earth, as human activity continues to alter the balance of gases in the atmosphere. By releasing large amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, we are contributing to a gradual warming of the planet that could have far-reaching consequences for ecosystems and human societies. But even in the face of these powerful forces, the Earth is also home to an incredible diversity of life. From the depths of the ocean to the highest mountaintops, living organisms have adapted to a wide range of environments, shaping and being shaped by the physical processes that make up our planet. Conclusion. The story of how the Earth was born is a truly incredible one, involving vast forces and processes that span billions of years. From the early days of the solar system to the emergence of life and the ongoing evolution of the planet, the story of our world is one of constant change and adaptation. As we continue to explore and study our planet, we are gaining new insights into the forces that shaped it and the ongoing processes that continue to shape it today. And while there are still many mysteries to unravel, the story of how the Earth was born is one that will continue to inspire and captivate us for generations to come. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like give me a lot of strength. I'll come back with a better video.